Welcome back to Rooted Grace Garden, your go-to for expert gardening tips, plant care, and creating beautiful, peaceful outdoor spaces. What is the one garden chore that just never seems to end? For most of us, it's weeding.
You spend your Saturday pulling them out, you step back feeling proud, and then somehow by Tuesday, they're back again. And after a while, it starts to feel like you're losing the battle. But what if instead of constantly pulling weeds, you could plant something that does that work for you? Okay? I want to share 7 beautiful ground covers that don't just fill space, they protect it. How? By blocking weeds naturally. Let's start with creeping phlox. This is one of the most beautiful ground covers you can plant. It loves full sun and grows well in zones 3 through 9. What makes it special is how tightly it grows. It forms a dense cushion-like layer so thick that weed seeds can't even reach the soil beneath it, and in spring, it blooms in a soft blanket of color. Next is ajuga, also called buggleweed. This one thrives in shade and it spreads in a very unique way. It sends out runners that weave together, almost like a puzzle. And once those pieces connect, very little light reaches the soil below, which means weeds simply just don't stand a chance. Now we have creeping thyme. It is both practical and a little bit magical. It loves sun and does especially well in warm, dry areas. It grows low and tight, and when you walk across it, it releases the most beautiful, soft fragrance. This is perfect for pathways and perfect for keeping weeds out of those tricky spaces. Premium or spotted dead nettle is one of my favorites for shade gardens. Its silvery leaves actually brighten the darker areas of your yard, and it grows quickly, filling in open spaces before weeds have a chance to invade your garden. It's also wonderfully low maintenance and often left alone by deer and rabbits. Where I live, the rabbits chew down everything, so lamium is a welcomed relief. And then we have sedum, a true survivor. This plant thrives in poor soil, in rocky areas, and even on dry slopes. It spreads low and wide, creating a tight mat that holds the soil and leaves no room for weeds to take hold. You can also consider plants like sweet woodruff for soft shade or creeping jenny for a pop of color. The key is choosing plants that grow together and will fill space quickly. So many gardeners get frustrated, and honestly, I did this myself for years. You buy these beautiful ground covers, you plant them, and you space them too far apart, so instead of the plants filling in quickly, the weeds move right into those open gaps. How aggravating! Here's the simple fix. Plant closer than you think, about 6 to 12 inches apart. Plant in a staggered triangle pattern. This allows the plants to grow together faster, locking out light and forming a natural weed barrier. You should see results, often in just one season. I remember spending entire weekends weeding the same garden bed over and over again, pulling the same weeds week after week. And it wasn't until I filled that space properly that everything changed. The plants did what I couldn't keep up with. They covered the ground, and the weeds simply stopped showing up. So if you're tired of spending your time pulling weeds instead of enjoying your garden, this might be the shift you've been needing. Plant something that works with you, not against you. Which of these ground covers would work best in your space? Let me know in the comments.
See you in the next video. Subscribe, like, and share your thoughts below for more simple gardening tips and beautiful garden ideas.